already seen in your new teammate?
I mean, I just saw him at walkthrough. But, I mean, we played against him. You're kind of aware of people in the league, aware of good players in the league. He's definitely one of the good players. And so to have a guy like that come to this team, it's huge for us. I think it's going to be really big for our defense, especially our D-line. It's another playmaker to add to the D-line, so it's going to be good.
What was the message or the feeling in the defensive meeting rooms when you guys found out?
We found out on our day off, so we was kind of just chilling. But, you know, anytime like you see a team being aggressive, always trying to approve the roster, always trying to, you know, even if we're doing well or doing something, trying to find ways to make the team better, it's always a good thing. And it's always you know, we want to win, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win. So I think that's cool.
The defensive line, you're already getting a lot of good stuff out of those guys. Just what can one more playmaker do to help everybody up there?
Again, I just think as we, you know, grow and as the guys were just, you know, like you said, a lot of guys were doing a lot of great things already. So you add another piece in there. It's another person that you have to account for, another person you have to worry about. You know, you can switch up and do different things. Guys can move around a little bit more because of the body types are a little bit different. And so I think it's just, you know, you can have some fun with it as a defense coordinator.
What's the challenge on Lamar Jackson and the guy who's that mobile at quarterback and how to handle that?
I think the biggest thing is that, you know, I think a lot of, you know, I think they put a lot on his ability to run the ball, but I think where he's grown the most is just his ability to make the pass. I feel like he's always been a good passer, but it's gotten better over the years. And so, you know, I think before when he used to kind of escape, he would look to run, but he's looking to pass, and he's dangerous in the run. I think he's equally as dangerous in the pass. And so it's going to be one of our tougher matchups to be able to contain him and not let him just do whatever he wants.
What have you seen from them in terms of their red zone efficiency?
I mean, it kind of goes back to Lamar. I think, you know, having that threat, you know, whether he can, you know, hand it off to the running back or keep it himself, it makes it tough for the defense because you have to, you know, figure out where the ball's at. You have to do it quick before they score. And so, you know, they have all the type of plays when it comes to run plays. They got pullers, they got read zone, they got read option, they got all these different things. And so this is going to be a game where you have to be on your keys and you know, you have to make fast reads.
You guys haven't allowed a second half touchdown in 4 games. How much pride do you guys take in the finishing, not letting teams get those late scores?
You said we haven't allowed?
In 4 games.
I mean, I think sometimes it's just like you understand, like when they come out, you're getting their best punch. So you're getting, you know, all the plays that you may have messed up the week before. They're throwing new plays in. And so sometimes schematically you just, you know, adjust at halftime. And I feel like that's what we've been doing a really good job of, just making those key adjustments, understanding how they're attacking us, and, you know, everybody just being on the same page.
What did you think of seeing Jason Peters out there, you know, 41 years old and all that, getting a lot of playing time Sunday?
I think it's cool. I mean, you know, a guy 41 to be able to do that, and it's, you know, who he was going up against, a really, really good pass rusher. So it's definitely impressive. I think it's really cool for him to be able to get out there. You know, we watched that practice, and, you know, he still moves really well. So it's fun to watch.
Are you in 8 years?
No.
When the defense is rolling, which helps you in your job better, when the secondaries playing well or the pass rush? I know they're related, but what directly helps you?
It kind of depends, to be honest. If we talking run game, it's definitely the D-line. The D-line helps a lot more. If it's talking pass game, you know, I think being able to bounce off with the safeties and trusting the guys that you passing certain things off with kind of helps. But again, you can also flip it. You know, when you have a safety is not scared to come into the block and make tackles and trust and do the fits, it helps you. But then, you know, when you got guys getting after the quarterback and making the quarterback throw the ball quick, you know, you don't have to cover as long. So it kind of just depends on the game. I've always feel like the game starts up front. So if I had to pick one, I definitely feel like it's up front for sure.
Someone else who represents himself, were you following Lamar's situation with his contract in the offseason at all?
Yeah, I was following. I mean, I think I follow a lot of people that try to negotiate themselves. So I thought his was interesting thing. I mean, I didn't understand why it took so long for him to get paid. I think his credentials were off the charts. I think him as a person, what he means to that organization, it didn't make any sense. But, you know, I feel like sometimes powers that be don't really like you doing that. So, my opinion.
Out of all the numbers the defense has put up in the last 4 games, what's the one that you look at and is most indicative of this style of defense?
The stat. I think you always look at the run game. I think that was the big thing from last year, and that was the thing that we wanted to improve the most. Obviously, yards. You know, you don't want a team to have a lot of yards. And then you know, historically, we always pride ourselves on the points, like not letting them score that many points. I think, like I said, we had like a 4-year stretch where I think we were the top scoring defense or whatever. So, not letting opponents put points on the board is always a big thing.
Anything else?
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bobby.
Happy holidays.